Hey, what's up? Welcome to DGen Ed. That's degenerative education, meaning none of this is financial advice. Just me having fun looking at charts and going over some data. And so here we are looking at Marathon Digital, ticker symbol MARA, after the close on Monday, March 3rd. And so we are down about 1% on the day, closing at a price of $13.79. So not looking so great there, although if we do compare this stock to a number of others, Mara's actually looking pretty good and also bouncing a little bit in the after hours, being up about 0.4% right now, or 6 cents. And so I did want to dive into the chart here and get into some of the nitty gritty as well as some unusual whales options data. But I also did want to mention that I did go over Marathon Digital in today's pre-market prep. So make sure you check that out if you want a little bit more details. And I will include a link to that in the description of this video. But anyways, looking at the big picture over here, I'm actually going to have Ed take a step aside for a second because I think that looking at Mara, I feel like we are seeing a pretty nice discount, and I think that we're oversold. And the reason why I think that is because the RSI is suggesting that the dip that we did see was oversold. And if we look back in time, going back to the lows that we saw at the end of the year 2022, as well as the dips over here in September of 2023 when the RSI was below that 30 level, suggesting that the stock was oversold. Following those dips in that RSI, we saw some pretty nice rallies to the upside. And so if I do take some measurements of the rallies that we saw, looks like over here over 500% to the upside, and that was over the course of about 200 trading days, or 200 calendar days. And then if I look at the dip over here, let's see, I feel like this is probably going to be again, over the hundreds of percent, over 300% here, and then again here, again over 300%, and that is over the span of about, 100 trading days or 150 calendar days here. It's about 84 calendar days or 3 months before seeing that big move to the upside. And also looking at the chart here, we do have these very nice trend lines. This red one over here going back to the lows from December 2022, which was at a price of $3.11. And then the other pivot point being the lows from October, looking like those lows were around $7.16. Also do have that yellow trend line that connects with the pivot low from, I'm guessing, August 5th, when the markets gapped down, lots of panic on that day, and we did create that uptrending level there. And so, as you might notice, we are trading below both of those trend lines, so maybe it's a little bit distressful right now, but I do think that what we are seeing, as reflected in the RSI, is a dip buying opportunity, or at least we did see a dip buying opportunity that was very nice on February 25th and 26th when Mara reported their earnings. But then to continue on, I'm just going to invite Ed back to join us. And what we can see here is this light blue line that is at a price of $13.17. And that was actually the low from September 6th. And, we did dip below that. And so I kind of feel like that is a fake out dip going below the low, hitting a lower low, just like over here on, like I had mentioned before, August 5th, there was a big panic in the market. We came down to that yellow trend line there, and then we bounced. We did form a lower low on September 6th, so that did not look good. We did fake out break below that yellow trend line, so again, that did not look that good. But following that dip, we saw a very nice move to the upside, over 100% to the highs from November 29th when we hit a high of $30.82. So, with pulling back to this full retracement to 13.17, hitting a low of $12.05, and actually still now being below both of these trend lines. We opened above that red trend line today, opening at a price of $15.32, but we did close below, as I'm sure you are all aware. It was kind of a red day across the markets. And also it looks like, test the high being right around the 21-day moving average, that being at a price of $15.69. The high today was $15.59, so kissing that level, nearly getting there before pulling back. And so that is one level, that 21-day moving average, that we might have a tough time at breaking above. But moving above that, we do have the 50-day moving average at around $17.68. And that does look like it's starting to coincide with that yellow uptrend. And just above it, we have the 200-day moving average at a price of $18.91. And just to note, I do have a couple alerts here at $15. I believe that's for when price is below 15, and so that will have gone off today. And then above 18, I think that would be kind of like a breakout signal if we are getting up there. But let's see, where could this be going? I think that this is going to be kind of stair-stepping up. Maybe we pull back to, this $13 level, and then bounce, maybe get rejected from the 21-day again, bounce off of that red trend line, get up to the 50-day, and then bounce off of the 21-day using that as support, and just slowly making this kind of stair-step progression up. And so I could see that happening over the course of March. This would be getting to, the beginning of April, and price could be, potentially around $22 a share. But I suspect if we do see moves like this, it will either happen faster than what I have drawn or slower than what I have drawn. I, of course, could be and likely am wrong about this in one way, shape, or form, some way, shape, or form. But yeah, I just think that what we saw is a dip buying opportunity. And to kind of support that, I am just going to flip over to some unusual whales data. This is for Marathon Digital, as you can see, ticker symbol MARA up there. And so this is the net call and put premium for the past 3 days. Over here we have the 27th, here the 28th, and here we have the 3rd of March. And so what we can see, what stands out to me in all 3 of these days, is the green lines, which represents the net call premium. And we can see that from the end of February, so the 27th and the 28th, we saw net call premium go up by more than $2 million each of those days. And then for today on the 3rd, we saw the net call premium go up by $1.42 million. So that does suggest that there is quite a bit of buying of calls. So that does suggest that we could be seeing a bottom, and that whoever is buying these calls, spending millions of dollars, is expecting the stock price to go higher. And then if we do look at the red lines here, that is the net put premium. And so for the past 3 days, we can see that that has been negative, going down, suggesting that people are selling puts, suggesting that a bottom could be in and or near. And on the 28th, it looks like net put premium came down by more than $1 million. So that is, quite hefty selling of those puts. So over the past few days, this is looking pretty good. If I zoom out, look over the past 30 days, we can see the stock price in yellow here has faded lower, as we're all aware. But maybe we did find a bottom over here as we do start to see that net call premium going up. We haven't really seen the net call premium getting up into the millions until, or at least more recently on, it looks like February 24th, we saw net call premium go up by 1.24 million. But prior to that, it's been kind of sparse over here On the 12th of February, we did see it getting above a million over here, but we really haven't seen consecutive days of positive net call premium for the past month. It does look like we do have some spikes over here, which of course, as you can see, does not necessarily mean that the stock price is going higher, because even though there was a lot of buying of calls there, millions of dollars, the stock price did fade lower. But those contracts, I haven't looked at them, so I don't know. Those contracts could, still be being held, and that, we are expecting price to be going higher, and that is what I am expecting. But I guess I should note that, full disclosure, I do have some calls on Mara, and so I am hoping that it does do something like this. But I should also note that my calls are long dated. They expire in January of next year, so I'm not sweating it. If it does continue to fade lower, no big deal. If it does go higher, then I might be taking some profits. But anyways, as always, those are just my thoughts. If you found them helpful, make sure you like the video, share your thoughts in the comments down below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care, you guys. Cheers.